What's going on, everybody? It's Nick Payne with Facemask Fantasy. For today, I have a breakdown for the Kansas City Chiefs backup running backs. The expectation, of course, is Isiah Pacheco handles first and second down duties when he is ready, after being selected in the 7th round of the 2022 draft and coming through with an excellent rookie season. I say when he's ready because The Athletic's Nate Taylor reported that Pacheco may need until the middle of training camp to return to the field. Nothing to be concerned about yet as far as Pacheco's availability for the season, but he's still recovering from offseason surgery to address injuries he suffered last year, so it's something to monitor. You can continue to add Pacheco in best ball or dynasty startups, likely at a reduced cost in both formats. He's a valuable part of what should once again be one of the best offenses in the NFL. But in recent history, the Chiefs have leaned on multiple guys for significant stretches of the season. So identifying the correct change of pace back in this offense can really pay dividends for your fantasy team's running back depth. Jerick McKinnon is probably the favorite for that role, having logged over 500 snaps in 2022. The team brought him back on a one-year deal, and he figures to get at least 100 touches for the second straight season. Kansas City also has Clyde Edwards-Helaire returning from knee and ankle injuries that cost him most of his 2022 season. He's failed to meet expectations as a first-round pick back in 2020, and his fifth-year option was predictably declined. The team also signed undrafted free agent Deneric Prince. Do any of these three guys present a viable opportunity for you in the later rounds of your redraft league? McKinnon feels like an obvious answer here because of his prowess as a pass catcher and an ADP of just 128 on Underdog Fantasy. Certainly not breaking the bank for depth, but he is 31 now, and it's a natural tendency to be wary of older running backs. CEH's value is in the toilet. Again, he hasn't come close to meeting expectations, and his ADP is all the way down at 209. He's not even getting drafted in default redraft leagues that go 14 or 15 rounds. But it should be noted, according to Fantasy Points' Graham Barfield, that this would be the first training camp in 3 years that CEH enters presumably healthy. And with Pacheco potentially sidelined well into camp, this could be CEH's last chance to prove he deserves a role in a backfield rotation. Perhaps I'm a sucker for punishment, but I am on board with Edwards-Helaire as a last-round dart throw in best ball. At least he's attached to a high-octane offense. As for Deneric Prince, he joins the team after a 3-year run with Tulsa. He did have to sit out the 2019 season after redshirting 2018 and transferring from Texas A&M. In 2020, Prince ran 88 times for 475 yards and 4 touchdowns in 8 games played. In 2021, he ran 100 times for 524 yards and 5 touchdowns in 10 games played. He also chipped in 7 catches for 67 yards. In his senior season, he ran 126 times for 729 yards and 5 touchdowns in 8 games played. He had 9 catches for 84 yards that year, and his 126 rushing attempts led the team. Prince stands around 6'1", weighing around 215 pounds, and clocked a 4.41 in the 40-yard dash. So size and speed are not an issue for him. In fact, he's easily the tallest running back in this Chiefs backfield. He's got a very limited sample size as a pass catcher, so the jury is out if he can contribute there. His opportunities will likely be limited as long as McKinnon and even CEH are healthy. But there is a chance with his size that Prince can contribute as a pure runner when the situation calls for it. That probably means something would have to happen to Pacheco for him to get an opportunity, plus he still has to make the team to begin with. But if he can beat out LaMichael Pirine for the 4th running back job, Prince is worth rostering in Dynasty beyond being just a taxi squad hold. All told, I have interest in both Jerick McKinnon and Clyde Edwards-Helaire at cost in redraft, and it won't cost you much if either falter. Low risk, solid potential for a reward. Prince is a deep Dynasty stash who isn't on the redraft radar yet, but he does have an outside shot of getting there. Keep an eye on news about Pacheco's availability as we move through training camp. We'll, of course, continue to monitor this backfield as the offseason progresses into training camp, but what do you guys think? Put any thoughts you have about this backfield in the comment section below, and we can have a conversation about this. Till then, this is Nick with Facemask Fantasy. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for listening.